Chair recognizes Mr. Moskowitz from Florida for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Well, breaking news. The federal government has too much red tape. Right? Here we go again. Not a serious hearing, and actually looking at specific government regulation and red tape. Look at the name of this hearing. It doesn't say executive branch red tape or federal government red tape. It's titled The Biden Administration Campaign to Bury America in Red Tape. This is their hearing. Literally, just red tape with Joe Biden's name written on it. Just make it real simple for people. That's the point of this hearing. It's not about solving problems. It's about red painter's tape with Joe Biden's name written on it. And look what Joe Biden has done. Look, it's right there. Here's the proof. Professor Katzen, serious question. Was red tape invented by Joe Biden?
No, sir.
Okay, good. You know, my colleagues across the aisle used to be the party of smaller government, and I wish they still had credibility in wanting to shrink the size of government, but they want more government now. Government in women's bodies, government in the bedroom, government in the library, government in corporate investments, government in Disney World. You know, and all we want to do is go back to Trump. I mean, every hearing, it's like, just if we could just go back to what Trump did, you know, the loser of the 2020 election, the loser of the Georgia Senate races, the loser of the 2018 midterms. By the way, just to jog your memory, the Trump administration finalized more federal rules in the last year of its administration than any other final year of any presidency in American history. More than Obama. I know it's inconvenient timing, but perhaps we actually need more regulation with presidents taking nuclear codes and cuddling with them and showering with them in their homes. You know, I want to answer the representative's question on ATF and pistol braces. Has that ever happened before? Well, in fact, yes. It happened under the Trump administration. With Trump's ATF, they banned bump stocks. Bump stocks were legal, and then they weren't. The Trump administration's ATF did that. By the way, good decision. People shouldn't be able to turn guns into automatic weapons. Let's not forget that some of our colleagues, you know, went on camera when Sacha Baron Cohen got into their office and said that they think kindergartners should have guns. We heard that this is all about big corporations, that big corporations now like regulation. Well, by the way, just a little public service announcement. If you're mad at big corporations, you don't have to take their money anymore. That's not like a mandatory thing. By the way, Professor Mulligan, you brought up Operation Warp Speed. I just want to give you an update on that. Some of our colleagues across the aisle now don't believe that deregulation was very good. They've soured on the deregulation of Operation Warp Speed and actually believe that that led to bad outcomes. I don't agree, but I just wanted you to have that update if you've been following the rhetoric coming from that side of the chamber. We heard about the marketplace. Let the marketplace decide these decisions. Really? We had a whole hearing on ESG. That was the marketplace talking. Nope, they didn't like it. Government regulation, we got to ban it. They want to ban it, more regulation, because they didn't like what the marketplace had to say. Listen, regulations are hurting small businesses. They are. So let's actually work together and solve that problem. Paperwork for a mortgage is too burdensome. Let's make that easier. That should be the point of this hearing. How can we help the American people? How can we reduce regulation? Let's talk about specific ideas that we can do that together. No one here believes that we don't have enough regulation. No, there are things that we could reduce things to make it easier for the American people. By the way, we're going to have to remove red tape and shrink bureaucracy if we want to compete with China. We're going to have to do those things. But maybe Congress should work again. You know, you're mad about all the rulemaking in the executive branch? It's because this place stopped lawmaking. We don't make laws here anymore because we're too busy doing this. I yield back.
Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Donald.
Last week, we saw this House floor, the People's House, taken hostage by Republican members from Republican members. We were sent home early. Bills were canceled. Committees were canceled because they couldn't pass the rule. But why are we back here? Why are things functioning now? What was the one thing that brought all the Republicans together based on some of the public statements that have come out, based on the reports that were guns? Guns. We need to figure out in this country how we can solve this issue. The idea of more guns, more gun accessories, that is the issue that brought the Republican conference together. That was the issue that broke the log jam of letting the people's house function again. Guns potentially in the hands of people who are mentally ill, gun accessories in the hands of people who are a danger to themselves or a danger to others. They are so lost on this issue.
Every single day we bring you more GOP Fruitcakes Gone Wild. Don't forget to subscribe.
You should never speak with your mouth full. I'm just having my breakfast here and thinking, how crazy is it that this guy who used to be president, Trump, look at the fools who are around him and support him. In principle, let's look at one of his lawyers, Christina Bobajob. How much does he pay her? Straight question. How much would you pay Christina Bobajob to give you any legal advice? All right, we move on. I'm not going to do yabba dabba do because I don't really understand. He's got all these lawyers around there and they don't really do anything. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene's job, as far as I can see, is, wow, you have loo roll, you have bum wipe, you have wet wipes, and then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who just appears to be on all four knees, kissing the ring. I mean, I always thought that Kevin McCarthy and Ted Cruz were suck-ups, but I mean, Marjorie Taylor, I mean, she is just, you can tell she's fully ensconced within the rectum of former guy by the crap she comes out with.